Welcome back YouTube to another video where we are doing more forensic challenges. So as you can see, I already did bitlocker 1 because this time I want to do them in order. We're gonna do bitlocker after this. So in this challenge we need to get the flag from bitlocker drive, and it says that password is weak, so we can crack it. Okay, so we have this bitlocker 1.dd. We can run the file on it. Yeah, we just see some information about the drive. But we know from the start that this is bitlocker, so we can run. I ran bitlocker to hashcat.py and then the file, and we get the hash this way. You can run bitlocker to John. It's the same. So yeah, we can now run hashcat like this. This is the hash and this is the word list. Hashcat will find what type of hash is it. Yeah, it detects that I have already found the password. So the password is Jacqueline. We can do dash show. The password is Jacqueline. Now we can run a tool called bitlocker. What it does is just read bitlocker encrypted volumes under Linux. So we can run -v for verbose, then the file, -u for user password without a space. Yeah, we need to create a folder. Let's call it output, and this is where we will get our bitlocker dash file. We can check. We have bitlocker file. So now we can mount this file to bitlocker 1. That's what I called that folder. We see that we have only read only, but that's fine. So we can go to mount bitlocker 1, and we have the flag here. Let's go to the part 2 of the challenge. Okay, so in bitlocker 2 we need to do the same, but this time we have a memory dump. So yeah, I took a while to do this challenge. Well, it didn't take long, but I did the unintended way, which is just to strings memory dump and just grab for picoCTF, and it should come up. And yeah, so this is the flag, but yeah, I wanted to do it the intended way, but yeah, the hint says try using a volatility plugin. So as you can see, I downloaded volatility, but because this bitlocker plugin that I found is for volatility 2, which uses Python 2, and it's end of life, so yeah, I can get it to work. Let's do another challenge then. Okay, and the next challenge is called Blast from the Past. And in this challenge we need to change the metadata of an image, and we need to set the timestamps to 1970. So yeah, we can do that with exif tool. So we have this image, we can run exif tool on it, and we can see that we need to change these dates to 1970, and we can do that. We can do that with exif tool, then create date, for example, equals, and then the format, and then the file. And if we run the exif tool again, we see that the date changed. In this case, we also need to change the subsec time, because as you can see here, that's 700 milliseconds, 702 milliseconds, and we can do like this and set it to 0. And once we change everything, you can see that it works fine. So we can now use this nc command to send the file and test it on the server, and we see that we pass 6 out of 7 checks, but the last check says your picture doesn't have the Samsung timestamp tag. So if we Google Samsung timestamp, we see that it's on this tag is set in the just in hex of the image, and we can edit that. So to see it, we can choose strings on the image, and we see this string, and these numbers are the Unix. This is Unix timestamp, and if we convert this to a human readable date, we see that this is the same as the timestamp over here. And if you are wondering, we can change this use exif tool, so we need to use hex editor like I use bless, and if we open this and we can search for image as text, here we can find it in the bottom, and we need to change this to be, so how this works is, as you can see here, it just adds milliseconds or seconds to it, to this date, and in the challenge we need to get this date, so you only need to add just 1 millisecond as you see here. So we need to do 12 zeros and 1 1. So I'm gonna just write it here, and if we replace this part with 12 zeros and 1, and we can save it. We now active tool, you see that timestamp changed, and we can now use the nc command to check if this worked, and we get the flag this way. Okay, and the next challenge is called mob cycle. This time we need to analyze the APK. So I have already downloaded it and unzipped it here, because you can unzip APKs if you didn't know that. Then I tried looking in Jadix to see that Java source code, but I didn't had any luck there, didn't find anything. And I just thought to look in the other files. So yeah, to find the flag you just need to look for flag.txt well in all of these files, and to do it easier you can do grep flag, and here it is. I also did before 100 lines, and to see in which directory it is, so it's in color and res. If we do cat res color flag.txt, we get this hex string, and we can go to cyberchef, and if we decode it we get the flag. So yeah, I think that's enough for today, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, well, I will see you in the next one.